Y'all, it is time for another fabulous File Folder Friday. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I have a fabulous file folder project for us. Stay tuned. Welcome friends, thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate it and thank you so much for your positive comments and words of support. Today is File Folder Friday, and you know what that means. We're going to make a fabulous File Folder Friday project. Y'all, before we jump into today's project, I just wanted to give you a heads up. I might be scaling back my File Folder Friday projects. I'm going to give it another couple of weeks to see how it goes, but for some reason, my File Folder Friday projects don't do well. So I am going to have to look at whether or not it's something I want to continue doing, or if I want to move in a different direction on Fridays. I'm going to go a few more Fridays to see how it plays out, and then we'll see what happens. But today, I do have a fabulous File Folder Friday project for you, and I am going to share it with you right now. You see this beautiful drawer box? It opens, and on the inside, I have a couple of bars of luxury soap. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera to give you a closer look at this, but y'all know what time it is. It's time to make it. So here is the file folder that I'm going to be working with today. When finished, my project is going to measure 5 3/4 by approximately 3, and it will be 1 1/4 of an inch deep. So this is a really beautiful little project. We have a pull on the front, and when you open it, this is what the inside looks like. On the inside, I have a couple of bars of luxury soap, and I think that this is a great little gift to give to someone. And it's a very inexpensive one as well, because I only paid $6 for 4 bars of soap that came in a pack. And so I'm putting 2 in here, and that means that I have $3 worth of soap, and then I'm using some very inexpensive file folders that I bought a few years back on clearance. So this is going to be very easy to make. We're only going to need 1 file folder to be able to make this. And some of you will remember these file folders that I bought quite a few years ago when I first started rolling out file folder projects on my channel. These were some of the first file folders that I worked with. So I am going to pull one out. And I get a lot of questions asking me why I am not using Christmas themed file folders. I do have some Christmas colored file folders that I'll use, and I'll put them in every now and then. But I wanted to stress the point that not everything for Christmas has to be Christmas themed. So I tend to use a lot of Christmas papers when I'm crafting packaging. But when I'm crafting actual gifts, I don't theme those gifts for Christmas, because they will be used long after Christmas, and you want them to have just a non-Christmassy look. So that is why you will see me using a lot of non-Christmas type items when I'm making a true gift. Now, if I was giving this for Christmas, I would probably make a Christmas box to present it in, but it would look like this on the inside. So hopefully that helps. All right, so I have 1 file folder. It's a standard size file folder designed to hold 8.5 by 11 inch papers. We're going to take our file folder and let's cut it down to 8 1/4. All right, so now we're going to take this and we're going to open it, and I am going to slide my end over to 8 1/4, and then I'm going to cut. So I now have 2 pieces that are 8 1/4 by 11 3/4, and I am going to take one of these pieces and cut it at 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. We'll save this. Take this piece and we're going to cut it at 7 3/8 by 10 1/8. So if you are not using file folders, you're going to need a piece that measures 10 1/8 by 7 3/8 and a piece that measures 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. Let's start with the 7 3/8 by 10 1/8 inch piece, and we are going to score at 1 1/8 and 2 1/4 on all four sides. So that's 1 1/8 and 2 1/4 on all four sides. 1 1/8 and 2 1/4. Okay, so we have this scored. Now we're going to score this piece, which is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. On one side, we are going to score at 1 1/4. Let's take it and rotate it once, rotate it again, and score at 1 1/4. So what we did was we scored on this side at 1 1/4, then we turned it once and we turned it again. That 1 1/4 score is now here, and we score here at 1 1/4. Then we're going to turn it once, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 3 1/2. Then we'll turn it again, and then we'll turn it again. So now that 1/2 inch and 3/2 inch score is on this end. So we're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 3 1/2. And those are all of our scores. So now we can fold and burnish all of our scores. And I am going to put my box together using glue, but you can use tape if you want. All right, so now that we folded and burnished the scores, I am going to take my scissors or finger blade, and we're going to remove the corner pieces from all four sides of our project. We'll have 3 corner pieces on this part of the project. So in order to do that, I am going to go up to the second score mark and drag straight down the middle. Then I will angle in here, angle here, angle here to remove these 2 pieces, and then I'll cut here to remove this piece. So again, we go up to the second score mark, drag straight down the middle. We're going to angle, go to the second score mark, and angle in. We'll angle here, and then we reduce. So let's just go up, angle, 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 and reduce. Go up to the second score mark, cut straight down, then go back to that same point and angle in. Same thing here, angle, reduce. Then you're going to notice that you have angled points on these 2 long flaps. Let's go ahead and angle these end flaps here. So now I'm going to take my glue. We're going to place our glue on these pieces here. I'll take these, smush that glue around, and then I want to make sure that when I join it together at the corner, it is nice, tight, and crisp. I'll just go in, make sure that stays stuck, and we're going to do the same thing here. Let's just smush the glue around. Then we'll join those corners, making sure that they are nice, tight, and crisp. And then we do it on this side. Let's smush it around, and then we join it. And you want to make sure that the score mark is even this way as well as here. Then I'll go on the inside, get it stuck. And let's do it over here. See how my score mark is even going around? That means that my box is going to be nice and squared. Then I'm going to fold these back. We'll add some glue. Take my finger, smush it just a little bit, and fold in. Fold over. Fold over. And fold over. And now I can take my bone folder, big old spatula, whatever you're using, go on the inside and just work that stick. And there is our box. Now we're going to bring in this piece, and the first thing we want to do is free these tabs this way. So we'll go up to our score mark, cut straight down the middle. Then I will angle, and reduce that in size. Rotate it to this side and do the same thing. If you have file folders that have the lines and ridges, don't worry about those because they work with these projects. Mine always have the lines and the ridges. And I just work with my project, leaving them in. And so then I'll turn it so that one end is facing me. And we are going to get rid of the corner piece on one end only altogether. So I can angle here, and then I'll cut straight across here. I can angle here and cut straight across here. Go ahead and take my glue. Place some glue on this piece. And let's go ahead and get it stuck. And you want to make sure that it's nice and stuck so that it will not interfere with your box sliding in and out. So now we're going to turn it this way, and on this end we're not going to remove those corner pieces. We are simply going to angle on both sides of our score mark. And then I'll angle just a little bit on my ends like this. So your piece should look like this. Let me clean up just a little bit. And then I forgot to reduce this piece in size. So now I need to take my glue, place my glue on this middle piece here, and fold over. And let's just get it stuck. So now your piece will look like this, and y'all were ready to put it together. And the way that we put it together, we're going to add glue to these pieces here. We take the back piece, and we know it's the back because it doesn't have these little flaps here, and we're going to bring it up and attach it to our center tabs. So let's go ahead, add our glue. Again, I'll just smush it around in that glue like that. Get it stuck. Go inside and work my stick. Then I'll do the same thing here. Let's just smush it around in that glue. Get it stuck. Then I can go in and work my stick. So now we're going to take this piece and we're simply going to add glue from the top to the bottom, or tape, whichever one you're using. Go ahead and do this side as well. So then we're going to take it, fold over like this, and tuck that in. Then I'll be able to go in with my bone folder, getting that nice and stuck. Take this one, fold over, tuck that in, and go in with our bone folder and get it stuck. Then I'm just going to take my bone folder, go along the edge, just to make sure that my seams are nice, tight, and crisp. And y'all, there is the drawer opening. We're going to take the drawer itself and put it in like that. So now we need a way to open the drawer. So this is just going to be very easy. I'm just going to cut off a piece, and how big your piece is totally up to you. But I'm using some of my scrap, and I am just going to cut a strip that's about 3/8 of an inch or 1/2 inch, completely up to you. Then I'm going to start giving this just a little bit of a curl, and I'll take the ends, we'll fold them like that. I'm going to take my scissors and just round. And round. So now we're going to take this piece and we're just going to glue it there, and where you place it is completely up to you. You might not even want to use paper. You might have some decorative little drawer pulls that you want to use. I am going to take this and put it down right here. And you see how I bowed it out just a little bit? And you do that by sliding it in. If you don't want as deep of a bow, you can slide it outward a little bit, but I do want a deeper one. So I'm sliding that in. I have some of these gems from the Dollar Tree, and I am just going to use 2 of them on the project. So I'm just cutting them off from the strip on which they're attached. I'll take one. We're going to put it right there. Take the other one, and we're going to put it right there. So now we have the pull for the drawer. We're going to go ahead and put this in, and look at how beautiful that is. So I'm going to open this very carefully because that might not be dry yet, and I'll take my 2 bars of luxury soap, and I got these soaps from Home Goods, and I'm just going to push my drawer back in, and you can see how absolutely adorable that is. So you can see both of these. If you wanted to make a whole bunch of these and just stack them, you can do that like this. That would be extremely easy to do and very cute. You would basically be creating a chest of drawers. So I am going to open this one so that you can see, and I'll open this one. You can see our soaps. In both, they are fantastic and super easy to make using one file folder. So I hope that you have enjoyed this super easy way that we can take a file folder and turn it into something beautiful and useful. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, all day, every day, this is what we do, and this is how we do it. So I would love to have you subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you will know when I upload a new video. As always, my friends, please be safe, be kind, be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye. Okay, so let's say you put your drawer in and you have a little gap in between the top and the bottom, and you don't really like that. Well, you'll probably have a piece of scrap, and I'm going to show you how you can take the scrap and just go ahead and create little risers that will help to close the gap in your box if you find that you have one. So if you're making this project, go ahead and cut some scrap to 2 3/4 by 5 5/8. Then you'll be able to take those pieces and just put them on the inside like this. You might want to put 2 pieces in, you might just want to put 1 piece in. So start out by placing 1 piece in, because you can layer these. So I'm just going to take some glue, place some glue on this piece. I'll take it and put it in like that. Slide it all the way in. Then I'll go in with my bone folder and get that stuck. And you can do this with any scrap paper you have. If you have a white or if you have a coordinating color that works, just find some of your scraps, because you might not have enough scrap file folder paper, and start placing them inside using the measurements that I just gave you. Then take your box and put your box in. If you like that fit, you don't need to add any more. If you want to add another one, go ahead and put it in. But before you glue it, place your box in on top of it to make sure it's going to close the gap the way that you want. But that is a little tip on how to close the gap on drawer boxes when you're making them.